Hey guys, I'm Haruka and welcome to my channel. This is the first time I'm ever uploading a video onto this channel, so let's just skip all the formalities and get right into it. So I get asked quite a lot on stream, how do I set up VTubing stuff, how do I do OBS, how do I make a model, yada yada yada, and I can't really explain to people on stream how to do it because I'm streaming a game and I don't want to be like rude and ignore them, but I also do want to respond. So this is where I made this channel. This channel is meant for helping people, and I'll do series on how to set up stuff like OBS, how to make a model, how do you then display your VTuber model in OBS, and also how you can do more advanced stuff, like where you see on my stream where you guys can throw stuff at me or even switch out my avatar for different outfits. I'll show you how to do all of that throughout this series. Let's just get right into it then. Okay, so first off, let's see if your PC is even capable of running OBS. VTubing and streaming is a very demanding thing on your PC, so you need to make sure your PC can even handle doing it. So with minimum specs I would recommend on CPU side of things is at least a Ryzen 5 1600, and for Intel I'd say the i5 9400F. Now that's pretty simple, but once we get to the GPU side of things it can be kind of funny. For Nvidia side of things I recommend the lowest, a GTX 1060. Make sure it's not the 3GB or it will not be able to keep up with gaming and streaming and doing VTubing. Nvidia is my personal pick for GPU. I currently run a RTX 2060, and the reason for it is because of a thing called Encoder, which uploads compute intensive tasks from the CPU to a dedicated part of the GPU, which makes it a lot easier to run for your stream. For AMD side of things, it can be a bit complicated. I wouldn't recommend anything lower than an RX 580 8GB. I personally wouldn't recommend AMD because on the GPU encoder for streaming it is far from good. I haven't used any of the newer RX 5000 or 6000 series GPU, so I wouldn't be able to say if it's any better, but a friend of mine who also streams, called Formula_AJ, check him out on Twitch, he had a 6600 XT at one point, and yeah, his stream just was not with it. It kept crashing. So now that we know if your PC can even run OBS and gaming, let's start by downloading OBS. So let's start by downloading OBS. First, open your browser. I use Firefox because it's just my preferred user choice, and then search OBS. It should be the first one which comes up on the top. It should say Open Broadcaster Software. It should look like this once you click on the link. All you guys want to do is click download Windows. But since I don't want to mess up my current installer of OBS, I'm going to go ahead over to download and download as zip. This allows me to run OBS twice without messing up any of my settings, so I can show you what's happening. Okay, once you guys have finished downloading, just show it in folder. For me, I'll be using OBS Studio zipped file, but what you guys will want to do is launch OBS Studio installer. It should say, do you want this app to make changes to your device? Just click yes. And it should come up with welcome to OBS Studio 27.2.3 or whatever version is currently the latest. All you do is click next, but it won't work for me because OBS Studio is already running. So I can't actually install and show you installed, but I can show you all the settings once it'll be fully installed. Okay, once you first load up OBS, it'll ask you to automatically do settings. You can pretty much skip all of that, because I'll be going through all the settings and showing you what each one does. So first off, you can see there's no mic, there's no sources, there's no desktop or anything like that. So over here, this is the scenes. This basically allows you to be able to have multiple like windows, I would say, which have different things on. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. But yeah, let's add a mic. Go over to settings and click audio. Now, can you see how all of it says disabled? For you, it might have automatically picked this up. So I'll leave a timestamp where you can skip to. But yeah, for me, I've got a kind of complicated audio setup. So I'm going to use voice meter input via I/O. Let's see. Has it automatically picked it for me as the default one? Let's check. Yes, it did. Wow. And now to get your mic working, all you do is go to mic/auxiliary audio and click your microphone. Mine's the Blue Yeti, and just click apply. Now you can see there's mic and desktop audio. So now I'm guessing you want to see, hey Haru, how do you add like game capture or display capture? It's pretty simple. All you do is click the plus on the sources, or you can right click and do add and display capture. Display capture allows it so it captures your whole screen, as you can see. Yep, that's correct. So now I'm gonna disable that for now. Let's set up some settings like the encoding. First off, let's go over to the video tab. Let's make sure you have your base canvas resolution set to your display, or 1080p, since we're going to be streaming on Twitch, and you can't really stream higher than 1080p on Twitch. And depending on if you're affiliate or not, if you are currently affiliate on Twitch, I say go for 60, but if you're currently not affiliate, make sure to pick 30 FPS so more people can watch your stream, because not everyone has good enough internet or hardware to be able to watch a stream at 60 FPS. Now, let's go over to output. As you can see here, it probably looks something like this for you guys. What you guys want to do is go over to output mode and click advance. Now, we're only doing streaming at the minute, so we don't need to worry about any of these other tabs up here. Just focus on the streaming tab. And you guys can ignore the audio tracks. I only have that set up because, as I said, I have a pretty advanced audio setup. So if I bring over my main OBS window, as you can see, I have Spotify as its own one, my mic, the background for that fact, the game audio, Discord, desktop, Chrome, all that. I'll be showing you guys how to do that in another video. But yes, okay, let's get back to this. First off, for the encoder, if you're on AMD, it should say there's like AMD encoder H.264 or something like that. Make sure to click that. But if you're on NVIDIA, make sure to click NVENC H.264 new. Once you click that, it's pretty easy from here. First up, you're going to want to do an internet speed test. This is how we're going to find out what bitrate you can run. For the internet speed test, you can literally just type into Google speed test. And as you can see, you can check your speed test. This will all vary depending on each person. My internet is alright, so I get about 70 down and I should be getting about 20 up. Yeah. See? Bang on. Come on, it's taking its time. As you can see, it says my internet connection is very good. It's alright, it's not the best. But yeah, what you guys want to focus on is upload speed. So if we open up a new tab and search Twitch recommended bitrate. As you can see on here, it'll tell you all the recommended bit rates you should run depending on your hardware. So for 1080p 60 FPS, it recommends a resolution of 1920 by 1080, which yeah, is obviously 1080p. For bitrate, it recommends 6000 kilobits per second, which is the max Twitch can handle. That is about 6 megabytes per second up. So can you see where speed test can come into play? If you guys can't handle 6 or 7 megabytes per second up, you're gonna wanna have to go down to slightly lower settings, like 1080p 30. For 1080p 30, you'll only need about 4.5 megabytes per second up. I'd say 5 megabytes per second up to be safe. Now for 720p 60, you're gonna need about the same. You're gonna need about 5 megabytes per second up. And for 720p 30, you only need about 3.5 megabytes per second up to 4 megabytes per second up. Now that we know which bitrate you guys will use, since I've got pretty fast internet, I get 18 megabytes per second up, I can choose 1080p 60 FPS. So let's copy over the 6000 bitrate and put it over in bitrate. So now, for your preset, I recommend just picking either quality or max quality. This is if you're running NVIDIA. But if you notice that you get a bit of lag on stream, just drop it down to like quality or even performance. And then just click apply. Now, we might have all the settings set up and we have display capture and everything running now. But how do we actually stream? First up, you go to settings. And now you see the stream tab right there. Click it. For me, I'm personally using Twitch. So all you do is go over to Twitch. And I'd recommend leaving the servers on auto. And it should ask you if you wanted to use a stream key or connect to Twitch account. I use connect Twitch account because it's easier, and that's the way I'm gonna tell you how to do it. So, and that's literally it. That's all you need to do to set up OBS if you just wanted to do some simple display capture with your desktop and your mic. All you would do is start streaming, and you'd be able to stream on Twitch with just some basic desktop video and your mic. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna go show you guys for today, because next episode I'll be showing how you guys can add overlays and alerts to your stream. But yeah, thank you for watching. That should be everything. If you guys have any questions, just join my Discord server where I should have a help page where I'll be willing to help you if it's within my expertise. But yeah, thank you for watching. Take care everyone, and this is Haru signing off.